For many in our profession, the thought of sitting down to negotiate a contract or discuss a salary increase brings about a distinct sense of discomfort. We often find ourselves falling back on personal history, pointing to the fact that we've been with the practice for 5 or 10 years, as if longevity alone were a clinical or business metric. But in the world of high-performance orthodontics, we have to shift that mindset. To achieve true operational excellence, every member of the team must learn to view themselves not as a dependent employee, but as a strategic partner in the practice's success. Your real value is measured by tangible, verifiable results, by patient satisfaction scores, optimized scheduling that eliminates downtime, and a clear contribution to the practice's production goals. In a lean practice, everything is evaluated based on its contribution to the health of the system. Shifting this mindset requires you to look at the practice through the lens of a clinical entrepreneur. It means understanding the practice profit and loss statement and knowing how your specific role impacts those numbers. For a hygienist, this might mean presenting data on their high utilization rate and low supply waste. For a practice manager, it means demonstrating consistent expense control and team stability. When you negotiate with this level of business awareness, you demonstrate that you aren't just looking for more, you are looking to grow the entire organization. If you want to negotiate effectively with a practice owner, you must demonstrate how your request creates a genuine win-win situation for the entire clinic. Any ask, whether it is for a higher salary, a change in role, or a new piece of digital equipment, must be framed as an investment with a clear, measurable return for the business. This reframing is essential. It transforms a personal, emotional request into a strategic business proposal. As a leader, I am much more likely to say yes to an investment that pays for itself through increased efficiency or reduced clinical noise. The most convincing argument you can ever bring to the table is a demonstration of how you are reducing the stress or the noise for the boss. As clinic owners, our most valuable and finite resource is our mental energy. When a team member can show that they have taken a significant burden off the leader's desk, they are creating the space for high production activities, such as complex surgical cases or specialized consultations. This noise reduction is the ultimate currency in a high-performing orthodontic environment. It allows the captain of the ship to focus on the horizon rather than the engine room. Think about a financial coordinator who optimizes the insurance verification process, reducing claim denials from 10% down to 2%. They aren't just processing paperwork, they are directly recovering thousands of euros in retained revenue for the practice. Or consider an orthodontic assistant who masters bracket placement to the point where chair time turnover is significantly faster. Their efficiency enables the clinic to see even one extra patient a day without extending operational hours, translating directly into increased profitability and a calmer afternoon for everyone involved. When you can say to your lead doctor, "I am taking over the coordination of the referring doctor network, which will save you 5 hours of administrative work per week," the decision to increase your compensation becomes logical and almost automatic. You are offering a service that increases the practice's overall efficiency and growth potential. This moves the discussion away from a subjective evaluation of your past performance and toward an objective discussion of future strategic value. It is the hallmark of a high-performing team member who thinks like a practice owner. However, even the best negotiators can fall into the trap of making assumptions based on historical data. This is a major hurdle in practice leadership that we must actively resist. For instance, an owner might assume a high-performing associate is perfectly content simply because they haven't voiced a complaint, missing the subtle cues that they are actually seeking more autonomy or a path toward partnership. We see the same pattern in clinical life when a staff member assumes a family will decline a service for one child because they declined it for the first child 3 years ago. We have to remember that circumstances change, financial pressures lift, and the desire for top-tier care evolves. A lean leader ensures that the standardized consultation process is followed every single time, for every single patient, without bias. This consistency guarantees that high-value opportunities are not missed due to personal assumptions or outdated data. We must treat every interaction, whether with a patient or a colleague, as a fresh chance to find a win-win outcome. By separating the past from the current potential, we maximize both our professional growth and the success of the clinic. Ultimately, negotiation in a modern orthodontic practice should always aim for a result where both parties feel they have gained something valuable. This shared gain is the foundation of a successful, enduring professional relationship. By moving away from rigid, one-sided demands and toward a problem-solving mindset, you foster a culture of trust and high performance. This business-minded approach ensures that your professional growth is directly tied to the growth of the practice. Whether you are the owner or a team member, looking for the win-win is the most effective way to ensure your career continues to thrive. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.